So if we decide we're gonna do to them what they do to us, which that's actually what they're afraid of.
Yes.
That's actually what they're afraid of.
We know this.
But the truth is that black people are not as violent as white folks. What you gonna say? Oh my God.
We're not. We are not. I don't know where you been at, but yes, we here. We're a factor.
Well, you
we
know
still
what?
a factor.
But you know
we are a factor.
But what happened to our militia groups that we used to have? We used to have Black Panthers and all these groups of people that walked around. Chris, you are really doing the most right now. So, I mean, you know, we did have like the black. So what you're trying to say basically is that the black militia needs to come back.
Absolutely.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Let's stand on business, as we say that we do.
That doesn't mean violence.
We don't mean by violence.
That just means that we're just showing that. I mean, because they have their militias.
They have their
militias.
So
their militias ride down the freaking highway with those flags and shit.
They does that. So why we can't do it?
Because it's too exculpatory, though.
But we can say that. They let them do it. Why we can't do it?
I agree, but you know what? But they saying that right now, but we might even lead into a civil war, and that's what you're saying.
Bulls on parade.
Hey, how long we gonna let it keep going on? That's my. I'm not promoting.
We're not promoting violence on this channel.
Not at all. But how long? Look at your clock and say how long.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but where's the organization going to be at? Let's start there.
The organization come within
You think
us.
they already exist? The organizations already exist, do they not? Do we not already have? We have black gun groups in this country.
Yes, of course.
So when are they going to stand up and start protecting us?
Oh, man, come on, cat.
That's the problem.
That's a question, because guess what? I hear a lot of people saying exactly what you just said, right? But since they exist already, when they gonna stand up? I've seen them marching on Stone Mountain in Georgia. I've seen the groups in Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Where they help at?
Huh?
Where's that? What's
That's
that
what
doing?
I'm saying.
What's that doing?
Listen, we can even have. Oh God, you just sent me down another rabbit hole that could get my channel shut down.
Well, we're not gonna do that.
Okay.
So we're gonna slide. We're gonna slide through the rabbit hole, and we just gonna and we gonna go to the beavers.
Because you know what, I can really go somewhere that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes,
it does make sense. It does make sense. But what I'm saying is that we want to stand on business. Where is this standing on business at? I think Chris, get Mr. Holloman. I think he's going to. I think he wants to go to the bathroom. Actually, he just walked by. Like I'm saying, like you're right. You're right. But you know,
I'm just asking when as a.
I mean, it's
unity.
Now listen, you know people. You just got to challenging me on whether or not black folks had guns and stuff. Didn't he challenge me? So obviously you know who these people is. So why don't you go and start off something locally in your neighborhood?
Why not, huh? Why not?
Because we need protection. We don't need to rely on the police department to protect our neighborhoods. We need to protect our own neighborhoods.
We know they're not doing that in such more. We know they ain't doing that.
You know, in New York City, Jews protect their own people up there.
Well, why not? Why we can't do the same thing? What make them so better than us? You know why?
They joined the police department.
You know why?
They joined the police department and started policing their own neighborhoods. That's what they did.
I'm not going to get to the, I'm going to leave the race.
Well, you know what?
I'm going to leave it because I don't want to say that I don't know.
I'm not trying to be funny. The Jews need to be called to the carpet. They do. They need to be called to the floor.
What's so different from them? And what's so different from their?
Don't get me started.
I'm just
on
saying.
That. Please don't.
I'm just saying
because they have exploited our culture.
Because they stand on business, right? Is they standing on business?
Yeah, and they got the president.
Don't you hear anything about it? They tried to do it back then and say Jews was going to get wrongfully, and then Asian Americans, because at one point in time this was really going on. But how long did that last? But on our behalf, this is still lasting with us as a black community, this is still lasting with us. Out of every race that's going on, we still get the sort of end of the stick.
No one's free in this country. And let me tell you something. When you look, I hate when people say that, what you just said, and I'm going to tell you why.
Right.
I'm going to defend it.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Respect.
Okay? Now, when you turn on the TV in America,
Right.
and you look even from the newscast on down to the people that's on the motherfucking screen, ain't nothing but black folk, and that's what they scared of. That's what they hate. Mm-hmm. They hate the fact that when we have our own colleges and universities, they hate that.
Oh yes, we know that.
They hate that black women are the most educated women in the country. They hate that.
Of course.
They just took 300,000 jobs away from black women. Okay? They hate that our athletes are better. They hate that. Right. They hate that they can't sing like us. They hate it. They hate that they can't make moves. China is so complicit with they shit. They had the audacity. TikTok is owned by a company called ByteDance. Listen to the words of the name of that company. ByteDance. Who dances are they biting? And that's the whole thing of TikTok really, is to go in there and copy black folks' dances, because guess what? You don't know how to motherfucking move like that. There's a whole community created around stealing from our culture. I know that.
Of course, we know that.
But you know what? The voting side of black folks and the non-voting side of black folks actually need to get together and realize that both systems are needed. Because we can have a militia and stand up against white militias if we want to, but if we don't translate that also to the voting booth, then what are we going to be doing? Just standing there holding guns? We got to do both.
Can't argue with you on that, brother. That's your opinion. I feel like, for as me, I haven't voted a day in my life. You know why? I don't believe in it. I still don't believe in it. They say, oh, voting matters.
It's not mythical like God. God is mythical. You cannot believe in something that you can't see. But you can see this system that's right here.
You telling me that voting matters? Tell me vote matters.
It does matter.
When last time we had a good president? Let me know.
Bill Clinton was great.
That's
Obama,
all we need to
Barack
get.
Obama
You
was
can
good.
cut it out. No, don't say those.
Listen,
don't say
before that, you have to remember, before that, this country, even though it's still racist, before that it was racist as fuck.
Bill Clinton was the last president that stood on something. What you tell?
JFK tried to stand on something, and look what happened to him.
Well, that's a mob thing. We can get deeper. That's a whole different situation.
Yeah,
we know that. That whole thing was about on a mob thing. We know that because I love mob documentaries. I watch that all day.
What's your favorite movie?
Out of any
you ain't gonna
movie?
say The Godfather? I thought you gonna say The Godfather.
I love The Godfather Part 1. I love Goodfellas. I love Godfather Part 2. I love all mob movies. I love all 106th Street. I'm a mob.
I've never seen any of those
mob.
movies.
I love all. When it comes to mob, the only thing I have not seen and looked at is The Sopranos.
You haven't watched The Sopranos?
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched
the best TV show, mob TV show ever.
You know, the last thing I seen, because I'm not into sitcoms and series or whatever.
Okay.
But the last one I did see, and I liked it that because I like mob stuff, was Broadwalk Empire. Broadwalk Empire.
What's that?
It's about prohibition and all that. It's about all that stuff. You know, it's just,
so you like history stuff too?
I just like mob stuff when it comes to prohibition and how the mob work and
all the loophole shit. He like.
But
you want to get around something? Come talk to Tracy. He gonna show you. Okay. I'm like that too, though. To be honest,
I just feel like
I'm not a rule person. Like you can't really rule me like that.
Right.
I don't like that. I buck against the system.
I don't like to be. Like I tell anybody, I don't like to be handled.